Hello everyone and welcome to the Detective Grimoire series. Yes, I am doing this. Why am I doing this? Because it's one of my favorite mystery game series of all time. If you have no idea what this game is, this is technically the first ever Detective Grimoire game, but it is in not the canon of the actual story, though they do mention a couple of things in the first game, technically. But this is where it all started, with the Vane brothers, if you know them. They are the creators of the company SFB. They have created many games as of lately, like Crow Country, which is a very popular game right now, which is a very Resident Evil type game where you are in a haunted place and having to shoot down a lot of people in order to solve puzzles and solve the mystery of what on earth was going on there in the I think it was a fair. But the reason why I'm doing this is just to bring attention to this series, because I want more people to be playing Detective Grimoire, so hopefully we might get an update on the next game coming out soon. There is a demo for it. If you're wanting to go check that out, I'll have it in the description of this video if you're wanting to check this out, as well as I will put the link to Newgrounds to see if you want to play this game. So, we're going to start off from the very beginning with this, even though it's not in the canon, and move on to the rest of them all the way down to the demo. And hopefully by the time I finish the demo, the game will be out. So, without further ado, let's play. The Coil and Co. Fairgrounds late last night. Oh no, there's been a murder. PDPD file 054. Victim Hugh Everton. Crime. Murder. At 10:28 last night, a body was found at a local fairground that operates just outside of town. The cleaner, one Jerry Spears, discovered the dead body of the former colleague inside the Hall of Mirrors. All the evidence points toward the murder. The clown, Charles Ringer, who worked at the very same fairground, is the main suspect. He seems to have some less than favorable links with the victim. This grim case remains unsolved. The fairground manager, Mr. Gary Coyles, has spatted his will to permanently shut down operations. Private Detective Grimoire has been called in to clear things up. We've got one evening to find the truth about what happened last night. If Grimoire can't solve this mystery, no one can. I'm not gonna repeat myself again, Grimoire. You're listening this time, right? Something pretty nasty happened here last night. I'd say everyone in the fairground is a suspect, and you've only got this one evening to do your thing. My thing? Don't tell me you're getting nervous now. The other guy told me that you're the best at this. You're not gonna let me down, are you? It's your job to talk to the suspects and explore the fairgrounds for clues. You'll obviously need to take a look at the crime scene. But don't overlook any details, understand? Right. I think I understand. I have a bad feeling about this place. I can't shake it. Everyone is a suspect. It's your job to find out who has a credible alibi and who is lying to you. You should be able to work out who the murderer is by proving everyone else innocent. If you're confused about what to do, don't hesitate to ask me. Alternatively, the tutorial information is available from your note page, where you can also save your game. What's with the mustache? Ahem. That's neither here or there. Tell me about it. That's the thing is here, there, everywhere. Alright. So, locations, help, and save game. Let's go to the... Oh, we are already at the car park. I should return here when I have proven all suspect. Okay. Oh. Something pretty nasty happened here last night. Say everyone in the grounds is suspect and you got all in. Okay. I get it. I'm sorry. I'm ready. Let's go. Oh, this is so creepy. There's someone there. Wait. What? Hi! What on earth? Where are your parents? This is the scene of a crime. I know. That's why I'm gonna help you out, detective. Why did you say it like that? I'm a real detective. In any case, where's your hat? If I had a nickel. Detectives don't wear hats anymore. Plus, it messes up my hair. I believe you. Anyway, hat or not, you're still gonna need this. Map of the fairground? Hey, thanks. See you later. I have no idea who that was, but I'm pretty sure she's not the murderer. I sure hope not. Ways. This place is pretty run down, but I can't see any clues yet. Alright, let's head in. There's someone here too. I better get this investigation underway. Hey, you over there. Who on earth are you? I'm Detective Grimoire. I'm here to solve the mystery of last night's murder. Right, I see now. The trench coat and everything. Aren't you supposed to wear a hat too? That's beside the point. Hugh Everton was murdered last night, and you, Charles Ringer, you're a suspect. The main suspect, in fact. Oh, because I'm the clown? Who made that wonderful leap of logic? Look, I know Hugh, and I never got along, but I can tell you one thing. I am not capable of murder or anything close. Look at me. Is this the face of a killer? Shouldn't be saying that while being clown, man. I'm gonna have to get a little more information out of him, I think. If you're not the killer, what were you doing last night? I was here, of course. You know, being a clown and all. I quit. I left quite late last night, actually. I had a few hold-ups in the evening, but I didn't see anything suspicious. What was the last thing you saw before you left? Let's see. On my way out, I walked past the Hall of Mirrors and noticed that the door was slightly open. I closed it and carried on through the fairground. The only strange thing about the whole episode was how quiet the Hall of Mirrors door was. Normally it lets out a loud creaking movement. I think that's part of the attraction, you know? The Hall of Mirrors. That's the scene of the crime. I wonder why the door didn't creak that evening, and why would it be open? So you work at the fairgrounds as a clown at this... Oh, so you work at... I mixed those two up so bad. So you work as the clown at this fairground. How long have you been here? A long time. Too long, in fact. I don't really like the way things are going around here. I have no idea why I haven't left for good. I was appalled when the boss hired Hugh Everton to look after the funhouse. Not only was he useless at his job, he was nearly completely deaf with old age. It's just not practical. Still, no one deserves... well, you know. Hugh was deaf with old age and not very good at his job. This could be important information. Did you get on with the rest of the staff? That's a bit of exaggeration, I'm afraid. I don't mind Mandy or her uncle, but that Ricky... I'm a top-notch entertainer. War characters just too much. He doesn't even like kids. What a joke! He doesn't take any pride in his work. Looks like Charles finds it hard to get on with Ricky War. He's the entertainer, I think. Also, who is Charles to talk about pride with a big hole in his costume? Maybe I should ask him about that. If you don't mind me asking, why is there a big hole in your trousers? Surely you want to be a little neater than that, even if you are a clown. To be honest, I'd rather we didn't talk about the unfortunate condition of my frilly clown slacks. That's the first time anyone has said that, I bet. Still, there must be more to the story than his story of his ripped clothing. Maybe I can find a clue that will get him to elaborate. Alright, let's check out... small opening. There's a small opening here. I might be able to get my way in, but I'm not sure. We'll come back later. The door is jammed. I can't get in this way. What a pain. Alright. You will collect profile information about each suspect you meet, and also the victim. The suspect will begin the suspect stamp. Once you find enough information about each suspect, the stamp will change to innocent stamp. Obviously, one suspect will not be innocent, so that person's stamp will not change. Once you have innocent stamps for all suspects bar one, go speak to Professor James. Okay. Let's keep on moving. This is Mandy. Excuse me, miss. Do you work here? I'm pretty sure I do. The name's Mandy. Mandy Farrer. I'm in charge of running this game's stall. You seem a bit young to be working in a place like this, don't you think? You seem a bit young to be a private detective. Oh, are detectives only allowed to wear a hat when in... Are detectives only allowed to wear a hat when they reach a certain age? I am older than I look, and I'm older than I look, I'll have you know. Anyway, could you tell me a little bit about yourself? I'm conducting an investigation to find out about last night's murder. Of course you are. What else would you be? English. Of course you are. Why else would you show up? Unless you're after some candy floss. Did you know it's actually bad for you? My power deduction does stretch that far, thanks. I'm not sure what to tell you. I've worked here for a little while. I got the job through my uncle. This job is helping me pay for college, but it's a lot of fun too. I get to hand out toys to kids. Who doesn't want that? I wonder if her uncle is here on the fairground. I can't be certain, but I don't think it's possible to win the game. Possible to win the Ring Tux game. I'm not going to try my luck anyhow. Damn. Okay. Could you tell me what you were doing last time? How could I forget, really? I was here late, like I normally am, just kicking about. Eventually I heard some shouting coming from the Hall of Mirrors. And then Jerry, oh, that's the cleaner. He comes running over to me and starts telling me what happened. I helped him call the police. After they showed up, we were allowed to go home. So, you were one of the last people here last night. Seems that way, but I was here at my stall the whole time. I had things to do, you know. I wonder why Mandy stayed late every night. I think I should have a look around before I press about her. Do you get on with the other staff here at Fairground? Oh yeah, the guys often argue amongst themselves, but I stay out of it. Charles the Clown is a pretty hard guy to get on with, but he's got a good heart. I can't say I had particularly disliked for anyone, except, well, Jerry does get on my nerves, but he's sweet, I guess. I got on well with Hugh, although no one could deny he was pretty useless at his job. The funhouse was always a terrible state. Sometimes I tried to help Hugh with repairs or ideas for improvements, but he'd never get anything done. I always figured the boss would replace him, but now look what's happened. It sounds like Mandy has an interest in the funhouse. Alright. Thank you for your help. Shut up, little girl. It's you again. You need to find your parents and go home, I'm afraid. I can't just go yet. You still need my help. I'm quite capable of carrying out this investigation without you, thanks. Although this map was really helpful. Really? Have you managed to get in the fun house yet? There's a small opening to the left of the main door. Yeah, I know. You can go through there. It will lead you into a small office where he used to work. Thanks, I guess. She's gone. What a weird kid. I guess I'll try, though, getting through the opening after I've checked out the scene of the crime. What is this green marker pen doing here? I can't help but feel it's out of place. This place is a mess. There's no one here minding this stall. You can clearly see the Hall of Mirrors through the grubby little window. Hey, that's creepy. Okay. I need to move back. I thought I was literally just rotating for a minute there. It's been a while since I've played this. Alright. Hey there, kiddo. What's your name? It's Detective Grimoire. Grimoire. And I'm no kid, thank you very much. Sounds like someone needs some candy floss. Did you lose your hat? Oh. I do not need any candy floss, and I did not lose my hat. Now, if you don't mind, I need to ask you about last night's murder. Hey! No, man, no need to shout. That I didn't expect. Can that guy really be a kid's entertainer? Yeah, so I'm the entertainer here. I entertain kids and stuff. That's great. Ricky War, is it? That's it. What do you want, then? Well, I'm not very entertained, that's for sure. Right then, I need to know everything you saw last night in as much detail as you can manage, please. I was here all evening. Nothing happened. You have to remember something. Think. I hope he does, or I'll be a little stuck. Well, I guess there was one thing. Excellent. Please, go. I went home pretty late. On my way past here, I saw Hugh. Outside the Hall of Mirrors? Hugh? Yeah, he was heading inside, actually, mumbling something about leaving the light on. The light? Was it on last night? Yeah, I don't know why, though. Maybe that's why was going in to switch it off. Did you notice anything else? I didn't see anything. Not even, well... See the oil by the door to the hall of mirrors? That wasn't there when Hugh went in last night. I see. Well, that's very helpful. Thanks, Ricky. Wait, there's one more thing. As I was walking away, I heard a loud squeaking noise. I guess it was probably the Hall of Mirrors door. Wow, you turned out to be useful after all. What? I mean, thanks again. So, Hugh went into the Hall of Mirrors to turn off that light. Or the light. The oil wasn't on the ground when he went in. And the door let out a screech when he opened it. What does this all mean? Can you tell me anything about the fairground? I can't think of anything. We're all one big happy family. Yep, that's right. Is that so? Yeah, well, a few people thought Hugh was a waste of space, but he kind of was. Like, the funhouse is a tip, is the tip. Not really safe. I remember Farrah always said she would do a better job of running it. A clown nose. I wonder what's doing on the ground. Also, what's this? Some oil has been split right by the door to the Hall of Mirrors. This place has officially given me the creeps. Oh, there's a window. You can clearly see the Hall of Mirrors light shining through the single window. Okay, so that's where we go. Clues are found scattered around the fairground. Examine curious things to see if they are clues. You can present clues to suspects from this menu. Try to show a suspect relevant clues. Let's try this. Hehehehe. You might want to show that to Ringer. The clown? I mean, fair. Well, let's gather a couple more things. We need to go inside. There are some black marks on the ground. Looks like someone tried to wipe something away. The mirror has broken down on one side. The door into the hall is not visible in the shattered reflection. There are some glass shards on the floor. There doesn't seem to be very many. There is a large blood stain on the floor. Understandably, really. Is that it? Seen a Grimoire. Yeah, I guess that's it. I want to show him the stain first to see if anyone would know. Those marks, they're not normally there. Nope. Of course they aren't. Alright, anywho. So you're sure you get on with everyone here at the fairground? Yeah, I'm just kind of keep to myself, usually. I'm not thoroughly convinced. You know anything about this green marker? Nope, nothing. Okay. Know anything about this broken mirror? I was wondering, see, the mirror was smashed down one side, and it was a big crack. Where'd the rest of it go? Where's the rest of it? Ugh. I'm bad at reading, if you haven't been noticing yet. Another reason why I've been doing playthroughs is to get better at speaking. But there aren't many clues back here. Okay. Why, hello there, young man. Can I help you with something? As a matter of fact, you can. I assume you know all about the murder last night. I'm afraid to say I do. Such a terrible loss. One can barely comprehend it. Well, one is going to have to try. You're the mechanic here, right? Pete Nubhead, at your service. I believe you've met my niece, Mandy. Your niece? Oh, yes, I have. Glad to hear it. I hope she was polite to you. So this is Mandy's uncle, the mechanic. I wonder where I can learn what I can learn from him. So if you don't mind me asking, where were you last night? Well, let me think about that. For most of the evening, I was fixing the back of the funhouse as always. But I remember leaving relatively early. Thinking upon it now, I'm quite glad I did. Did you see or hear anything suspicious last night? Anything at all? Well, I did catch a glimpse of young Ricky and Charles arguing right over by the Hall of Mirrors. The entertainer and the clown. Ricky and Charles were arguing outside the Hall of Mirrors last night. What about? I'm not normally one for eavesdropping, of course. But I think it was something to do with being popular with the children. It's something about a red nose? I can't remember much else. Maybe you should ask one of them. I should definitely go back and ask Ricky and Charles about that. It might be important. Have you worked here long? Oh yes, a very long time. I've seen many staff members come and go, but Gary normally knows how things run. Gary? Who's that? Gary Coyle, our boss. You'll probably find him in his office. Yep, he's usually capable of making the right decisions. But not always? Is anyone? Does he want me to answer? Oh, good, he looked away. I'm no good at rhetorical questions. How well do you get on with the rest of the staff? As well as it could be expected, apart from... I've been known to argue with Charles on a couple occasions. But most of the people here are guilty of that. He is difficult sometimes. Sounds like Pete doesn't have much love for Charles the clown. Last one. So, you like the way things are run around here? Most of the time, yes. I think I could say that. I'm not the only one to think that the Funhouse has seen better days. Hugh never really enjoyed his job, I don't think. Hugh let the Funhouse fall into a state of disarray? Yes, I'm afraid so. My niece Mandy often complains of it to me. I tell her not to cause trouble, but I know she could do a Let me start over. I tell her not to cause trouble, but I know she could do a better job any day. So, Pete knows of his niece's desires to run the funhouse. Shush. How many clues back here? Alright, let's see our suspect. Okay. Let's show this to him. Maybe he might know. Honestly, some people just don't know how to keep their shoes clean. I bet it was that idiot Charles Ringer. Okay. Damn. Well, let's keep going. And then Is there anything in here? Oh, I can actually pick them. Okay. I'm searching through the trash. Searching through the trash. I found a thing. I found a pair of blue wire cutters in the bin. Appears to have some sort of chili dish on special. Anything in the toilet? There's a drawing depiction of Hugh getting hit by lightning, and it has been drawn in a green pen. There's an argument written on the wall about clowns. It seems to have been written by 2 different people. Yay, 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 I'm in a toilet cubicle. My glorious high-profile detective life is going smoothly. Alright, let's talk to Jerry. Are you Jerry Spears? The police tell me you were the one that discovered the murder last night. You got it. That was some pretty scary stuff, I tell you. I can imagine. You're the cleaner here in the fairground, am I right? Am I correct? I prefer the term refuge engineer, actually. Oh, sure, I'm sorry. You look quite young to be working here. Too young to be working at a fun fair? Most of the guys here are too old. That's what I say. Yeah, I'm the youngest person here. But being young has its perks, you know? Cleaner or not, I have a feeling this guy's gonna have some important information on him. Obviously, I'll need you to recount the events of last night. You're an important witness. Don't worry, man. I've been going over this in my head since last night. I haven't forgotten a single detail. I bet. I stayed pretty late. I was cleaning up around here all evening. Eventually, I went around the whole fairground to give it a final clean. That's when I noticed the hall of mirrors and found you. You weren't the last person here, though, right? That's right. Mandy was still here working at OA, so I ran to find her. We called the police as soon as they arrived. After we gave our statements, we were allowed to leave. And that's it? Yeah. Why? Did I forget something? So you normally stay here around the food court. Naturally, this is the area that needs the most cleaning. Did you notice anything else yesterday? Seems like you have a pretty good view from here. A good view? You bet. I did notice a couple of things. I got here really early, you see, before the boss. I saw Pete coming from the direction of the office in the morning. He put something in that bin there. And then went to the toilet. Is that right? I bet he probably scribbled something stupid message on the wall in there. People are always being used as a message board. That thing is always being used as a message board. Honestly, it's just extra work for me, you know? Sounds like I need to check out that bin and the toilet cubicle. You recognize this? Did you find that in the bin? If I'm not mistaken, that is the exact thing that Pete put in there yesterday morning. He came from the office, maybe borrowed them off the boss. Would you like to explain this to me? Sorry, I can't help you with that. Okay. Is there anything else we can talk about? Fairground Street. Okay. The fun fair is so run down. How has it not been shut down by health inspectors? I get that a lot. Why have they even employed a cleaner, you think? Apparently the abandoned look is very popular with the kids these days. You know, with their Five Nights at Freddy's. We've created everything to look old and rusted and dirty, but in fact, it's all incredibly clean. That table behind me is only a couple of days old. Hold on. how do you tell when things really do get dirty? Well, you see, I guess I have no idea. It makes my job easier, don't you think? More time to take in the sights. The sights? What do you mean by the sights? Oh, well, trees, birds, and whatnot. Stuff like that, right? I haven't noticed a single tree or bird since I've been here. I think Jerry is hiding something. I love this part. Get the truth. Okay. When a character is hiding something, you must perform an eye contact interrogation to get the truth out of them. You control Grimoire's eye movement with your mouse. Hold your cursor to the left of his face to look away from the suspect. As soon as they begin lying, you should be able to tell. There will be a white flash. Move the cursor to your right to look them in the eye. If you get it right, they will break down and tell you the truth. Now, move your cursor over to the back button and click to start the eye contact interrogation. It is time to do prolonged eye contact. Let's do this. What is it that you love to stare at all day? Or should I Well, I'm only a kid. It's just what we do. I think there's something a little bit more specific than that. Like what? Like Mandy Fair. What? Why her? What's so special about... Okay, I can't. I give in. I can't help myself. She's so perfect. Can you blame me? You stay in the food court so you can stare at Mandy all day? Don't you think that's a little creepy? I'll bet I'm the least creepy person you've spoken to here at the fairground. Don't judge me so harshly. Don't worry, kid. I won't say anything. Still, maybe you should get a hobby or something. Don't worry, kid. I feel so old. Anyways, Jerry, creepy as he is, wasn't lying about that. I guess he's only young. I wonder what Mandy thinks of him. Hey, we got him innocent. Okay. I was wondering what the glare meant. Alright. Let's keep moving this way. Oh, we're in the office. This must be the boss. There is no green pen in the set of pens. That pot looks like it's been knocked over. There's a wardrobe here that contains costumes for use in the fairground. The wire providing power to the water cooler has been cut. What's on the calendar? The calendar on the wall says, "Get home early" on last night's entry. Maybe I should ask Mr. Coyle about this. The office is really a mess. I wonder why. I should ask Mr. Coyle about that. Alright, finally. Gary Coyles. How'd you get in here? This is a staff-only area. I just sort of knocked, and you opened the door for me. You don't remember? Ah, yes, I remember now. You're that local inspector come to sort out this mess, right? I prefer a detective, actually, and yes, that's right. My mistake. I was led to believe detectives wore hats and all, that's all. I don't like this guy already. I'm Gary Coyles. I run this fairground. Probably not much longer with the way things are going. Murder in my own fairgrounds. I can imagine it must be difficult times, but that's where I come in, you see. I'm wondering how helpful this guy's gonna be. Oh, really be. Still, it's my job to try. Would you mind explaining to me what you were doing yesterday evening? Yesterday, why? Oh yes, the murder. I had quite forgotten. I remember myself being annoyed yesterday, quite dehydrated, yes. As the young kids say, you hydrate or dihydrate. Speaking of hydrate, water, Jim. I remember coming up shortly before lunch and putting the various costumes into the wardrobe like usual. So Coils brings in the costumes himself, and he arrives shortly before lunch. Anyway, it's quite hot out, you see. My office gets awfully stuffy in the sun, and I couldn't find a way to cool down. That's, well, all important, I suppose. When did you leave in the evening? I always stay later than everyone else and go over the fairground for a final check before I leave. Well, I normally do. I think I did last night. I don't see why I wouldn't. There was nothing special going on. Lies. Lies, Mr. Coyle. Sounds like Coyle is unsure about when he left last night. Maybe there's a clue in here somewhere that can help me get the truth out of him. Well, let's finish our talk first before we show him evidence. Have you been a manager for the fairground long? As long as I can remember, to be honest. So, about 5 minutes then. I take great pride in ensuring a safe environment for all my staff and all my public. Some of the staff here had been urging me to get rid of Hugh for a while. Did you know he was nearly completely deaf? I didn't, actually. Who was trying to get rid of Hugh then? Well, neither Charles nor Pete particularly love him because he causes more problems than he's solved. That's for sure. Doesn't sound like he was very popular around here, but who was it that finally decided to get rid of him? I noticed your office was a bit of a mess. Doesn't particularly surprise me, but there's no harm in asking, right? Yes, well, I can assure you I keep this office perfectly tidy under normal circumstances. I haven't really had the time to clear up recently. So, the mess is your fault. Well, who else would it be? There is one odd thing. My favorite green pen has gone missing from the pot on the desk. It's probably got lost in the mess somewhere, but I noticed it disappeared from my room quite suddenly yesterday. After I came back from lunch, I think. So, was someone in here during the time Coyle went to lunch? You told me you couldn't find a way to cool down yesterday. What about the water cooler over there? You're quite right, of course. The water cooler you referred to was in fact broken when I came into work yesterday. Not knowing much about these things myself, I called Pete, our mechanic, to fix it. So Pete might have stolen your green marker then. I think it was about lunchtime. I left him to get on with it as I went to lunch. You left him here, alone. Did he fix it? Come to think of it, he didn't. I really should press him on that. I didn't see him again that day, actually. Pete was here alone while Coils went to lunch. Huh. Well, is this your missing green pen? Hey, that's my pen. And went missing last night. It should be with the others on my desk. Hold on. It's nearly out. Someone has been using it. It was used to draw this. I really haven't gotten a moment's spirit. Oh, okay. Well, let's talk about your calendar, sir. It's like I said, I normally stay late and give the fairground a final Heck, before I go home.
Ah.
But this calendar is clearly reminding you to go home early last night. Did you or did you not leave early last night? Well, you know, a bit of both. Coil is definitely hiding something from me. It's time to get the truth. You told me you normally check the ground for one file check before you go home. I think there's something luring you away from the fairgrounds last night. Do you mind telling me why? I don't know. I've been good. As far as I remember, I didn't leave particularly. Oh! I mean, nothing except maybe, well, spill it. Okay, I admit it. I rushed home earlier last night to watch Star Explorer. All-night marathon on Channel 18. I'm sorry. You... What? It was wrong, I know. I just couldn't let a viewing opportunity like that pass me by. My fellow explorers would laugh at me. Well? I suppose you've, learned your lesson? This guy's a little weird. He's not lying about this. Not for a second. So we have another innocent? We have another innocent. So now we just have these four. Alright. Let's keep moving left. I have something to show you. I don't think I've ever seen those before. They're a little dirty. Where on earth did you find them? In the bin, naturally, by the food court. Well, I suppose I'll explain why they're dirty. It doesn't take a genius to see that Pete is obviously avoiding the obvious here. Get to the truth. These wire cutters are from your tool belt. What do you think? Well, it might have fallen off my tool. There's something bright. Oh, it is the right color. I'm missing something. Get the truth. Falling off my tool belt. Yeah, right. They are exactly the same as all your tools on your belt. There's even one space empty. Oh, well, I suppose you're right. I must have fallen off my belt when I was having lunch and someone found them and put them in the bin. I'm not totally convinced at all. Still, seems like that's all he's gonna say on the subject. Why aren't they showing me that? This whole affair is really a terrible shame. Okay, fine. Continuing. Is green your favorite color, Ricky? Nope, nothing. Okay. I forgot I already showed that to him. I spoke to your uncle, Peter Nubhat. You could have told me that that the mechanic was your uncle. Did I not mention that? I don't really think anything of it. I guess Uncle Pete's a good guy. He works hard. Sometimes a little too hard, I think. Do you have an explanation of why the screen marker was at your stall? The pen was lying here when I got here this morning. It's not normally there. Is it important? I don't got a clue. Huh, that's kind of funny. What I said, don't you think? Am I allowed to say no? Oh, I forgot about... Hold on. Pete, you got an explanation about this water cooler? Because you didn't fix it. So what were you doing? Mr. Quail should really take greater care over his belongings. That's it? Charles, I have something to show you. Oh, right, we gotta talk about the argument with Ricky. Pete Nubb had told me that he saw you and Ricky arguing outside the Hall of Mirrors last night. This sounds like a serious matter. Would you mind telling me what it is all about? Ricky and I are always arguing. It's no big deal, really. It's just argumentative type. You're better off grilling him about this. Maybe I should ask Ricky about this. Okay. Well, in the meanwhile... I don't know what it is, I'm afraid. I'm not so sure about that. This red nose was found outside the scene of the crime. There's only one guy around here with a red nose, and it's not Rudolph, if you catch my drift. Okay, so it's a red nose. But I've got no idea how it got here, honestly. I'm almost certain Charles is holding back something, but why? This red nose was found at the scene of the crime. Could you tell me why I was lying instead of being on your face? No, besides, I've never lost my nose. Then why was I at the scene of the crime? Alright, I'll tell you why it was lying on the ground if you really must know. Success! It didn't fall off my face, but in fact, it was pulled off yesterday by some of the kids that came to the fair. They were making fun of me, and I was just trying to keep my cool. Are you happy now? That's not the sort of thing that you'd happily make up. I think I can believe Charles on this one. That make him innocent? I did, so we got 3 more to go. Can we get through here now? There we go. It was a tight squeeze, but I got through. I was hoping there was something worthwhile here. Why is there blood here? Oh, we found the murder weapon. Whoa. Excuse me. This has to be the murder weapon. And what's this? A brightly colored rag? Tied around the glass shard? 2 clues at once. I think that brought... That's Charles's... That's a part of Charles's pants. That's not good. Okay. Gotta move everything over here now. Oh, it's to-do list. The victim's to-do list. It's been added with a green pen. So, what is it? Yeah, right. Oh. That's not good. Window. It's possible to see the Hall of Mirrors window through the window here. I can see that the light is on. I think that's all I'm getting here. Unless it will actually let me look at the damn... Nope, it won't. Unless I hold it, it won't show me. Okay. Is this gonna help me out? This doesn't look promising. Well, I definitely want to show you this. That's... It's a piece of cloth ripped from your clown costume. That's what. Why do you have it? I found it wrapped around the murder weapon. I'm afraid. Looks like your luck has run out. Wait, I can explain. I get my costumes from the wardrobe in the boss's office. He brings in costumes when he comes into work and places them in the wardrobe. I arrived at the fairground just after lunch. I went in to get my costume and I found that it had a hole in it. Besides, look at this rag. It's really not like me to damage my own clothes. It's covered in some black stuff. I suppose it would be pretty stupid to wrap the murder weapon in your own clothes. Why don't you go and talk to the boss and Mr. Hoyles? He's normally in his office just over in the corner of the fairground. Alright. The green writing isn't Hugh's handwriting. It looks familiar though. I wonder why Mandy has seen other handwriting before. I wonder why there's so many books. I'll try to ask Mandy about them. Oh, it's a clue? It's a clue. Oh, they're just for when I get bored. You know, I can get pretty quiet around here. There's an awful lot of them. Are you sure they're just for light reading? Yeah, I mean, what else would I need them? I'm not so sure about this, but I can help thinking those books have something to do with what Mandy was doing last night. Let's get the truth. Can you tell me what those books over there? Yes. Looked up. It's kind of easy, this little truth game, which I think that's why they didn't add it onto the when they kept on making the games. You see the flash and you just immediately look. Okay, you win. I'll tell you what I'm up to. Since you seem so eager to know, I'm studying for my exams, and these are all my revision books. I need to bring them to the fairground because it's the only time I get to go over them. Is that why you stayed here late last night? That's right. I stayed late most nights and used the time alone to get some work done. My exams are in 2 weeks and I'm totally unprepared. Makes sense. Why did you keep it from me though? I'm not sure. I suppose I was worried you'd think I was weird for bringing my revision books to work like this. Don't worry, I don't think you're weird. Now, I'm the one who has been caught in a lie. Either way, I'm pretty sure this clears up Mandy's alibi. I think I can believe her about this. So Mandy is now still a suspect. Because she's interested in running the funhouse. Fair enough, I guess, but those belong to my Uncle Pete. I know because I bought him a complete set for his birthday last year. Why were Pete's wire cutters doing the bed? What was he using it for? I'm missing one more thing. I got a clue. Right, here. Pete told me he saw you and Charles arguing outside the Hall of Mirrors last night. Care to explain yourself? I don't see what... I don't really argue much. He's holding back. Should I push him? Get the truth. You suspect you were arguing last night. Tell the truth. That's not an answer. I don't see what... I'm fine. No, you don't. You're lying. I'm certain you don't get on with Charles at all. Hey, man. No one needs to shout. Like I said. Tell me the truth, though. Right. Well, I don't get on with Charles. We do argue. It's always the same. Kids make fun of him and so on. He gets annoyed. Tries to take it out on me. Nothing ever comes of it, nothing. Well, I suppose that clears that up. I'm beginning to think this argument was a red herring. Someone was trying to distract me. So it's either Pete or Mandy, and I think, honestly, it's gotta be Pete. Is that the murder weapon? Ouch! I hope this place doesn't become a haunted ground now that there's been a murder. Poor Huey. Did he just call the victim Huey? I must have been imagining things. I got a clue. Okay. I got a clue. Alright. Time to go talk to the big boss man. That rag looks like it came from Charles's costume. It's got a nasty black smear on it. It's not like Charles at all. You found the murder weapon? Yikes. Does it help us out though? It does, I just don't know. Maybe we still need to check out the still game. I still can't get back to the officer because it's still showing that Mandy is still a suspect. Despite most likely her... It has nothing to do with me, young man. I don't even know what it is. He looked away from me when he said that. There's oil spill. That oil must have spilled off the roof. I'm pretty sure it's been there for quite a while. And the smear? Honestly, something... Oh, right. I already showed it. Damn it. Look at all that glass. Someone should sweep it up before it does any damage. You know, there's not there's not all that much glass considering the size of the cracked mirror. What? Sorry, I must have gone into a daze for a moment. There's a considerable amount of space behind the table. Looks like there's no one here at the moment. These toys look really cheap. Maybe I should ask Mandy about them. What? Have you never heard of Turquoise Bunny and his friends Ruby Rabbit? What about everyone's favorite, the King of the Scared Felix? Or Jimmy the Striped Horse? He's quite a new one, actually. Damn. Well, that made her innocent. I don't know why, but okay. Well, we know it's Pete. Let's bring it in. Or James, my bad. Hey, it looks like you got your suspect. Are you ready to give your final conclusion? Let's do it. Who was the murderer? It was me. No, it was Pete Nuphat, the mechanic. What was the murder weapon? Pretty sharded glass. It was the first thing Pete did was cut the wire of Coil's water cooler. He left his wire cutters in the bin outside. That was his first mistake. But why did Pete cut the wire from the water cooler? Because he hated his boss, he needed to test out his wire, so he would be called to get it fixed. Yeah, so he would be called to get it fixed. Coils then arrived, bringing him him the costume for the day, he noticed that the water cooler is broken and calls Pete to fix it during lunch. Pete goes into the office, takes the green pen from the desk, and rips a section off of Charles's costume. He eventually uses the pen to draw a picture. He draws this picture in the toilet cubicle. By this time, Charles has arrived. He goes into the office and takes his ripped clown costume from the cupboard. Later, Pete visits the Hall of Mirrors to smash the mirror. He takes the large shard of glass that falls and wraps it in Charles's rag. Why did he wrap the glass shard around in the torn rag? So he wouldn't lose it, so his hands wouldn't get hurt? To frame Charles' ringer. Before leaving, he leaves on the main light. He then hides in the empty game stall where he accidentally leaves behind the green marker. Hugh sees the hall mirror's light through the window of his office. Hugh sees the hall of mirrors light through the window in his office. As he goes in to turn the light off, the door lets out a loud squeak. So how did the oil end up outside? It has been there since this morning because Pete oiled the door before going in. Draped off the roof because Hugh had oil issues. Pete oiled it before going in. Pete follows, but as not to attract any unwanted attention, he hastily oils the door to silence it before entering, causing a spillage by the door. Hugh has been distracted by the broken mirror, but can't see behind him, for the mirror is cracked down the side that would normally reflect the door. Where did the black smear on the hall floor come from? They dried blood from Hugh. It's always been there. Pete left it on purpose as glue. Pete wiped more oil to create a smear. Pete wiped it more to create a smear. Pete stabbed Hugh in the back. Pete stabbed Hugh in the back with the glass shard. On his way out, he noticed how he spilled more oil on the floor. He hastily wiped it away with Charles's rag. Before making an exit, Pete hid the murder weapon along with the oily rag behind the frame in Hugh's very own office. Alright, Grimoire, what was Pete's motive for murder? He wanted to frame Pete having the funhouse. He wanted Manny to run about the house. All the above. Yep. Woo! We did it! Alright, that was game 1. Oh my gosh, Egoraptor! I completely forgot he was voicing in this game. Let's go. Alright, whoa. That was awesome. Well, we are out of time, sadly, so we will be playing the official first game of Detective Grimoire next time. So until then, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!